What do you consider unforgivable? Abusing kids /animals /homeless mentally ill, the most vulnerable people in society or small animals that can't fight back. Beating animals, I have a dog that was rescued from that life. So I don't like that, never have, never will. Betrayal. Once the bridge has been bombed, it is subsequently burned forever, mourned, and moved on from. Aside from the obvious, a mod /admin not holding themselves to a higher standard as an example. Along with letting rule breaking run wild and punishing innocent people. Raping /killing, someone innocent, /kidnapping /stealing from the people, corruption from politicians, and funking pineapple in pizza. Molesting kids and rape. I'm all for second chances. I believe a second chance should be given to anyone. But these crimes are the exception. Once you did that, you crossed a line and you no longer qualify as a human in my eyes. When someone is not sorry for doing something bad to me and they don't apologize for it or don't even admit that what they did was wrong, to me it becomes unforgivable. Some say I'm resentful, but I say I don't owe anyone forgiveness when they don't own up to their actions. War crimes, crimes against humanity and supporting them. Shortly, I will never forgive Russians. There's many things, but the one thing is crimes against children, especially ones of the sexual nature. Not within a certain scope. I'd say rape, physical abuse, and bullying. The thing about them is they create memories, ones from which you can't really run. They chase you, they haunt you, they torture you. The mind is relentless. There is not a more cruel thing to be done to a sentient being than sentencing them to a lifetime of agony, unable to escape their own mind. Nothing. I'm a Christian. I have to acknowledge that Christ has forgiven me a lot. How can I not forgive others? Besides, Christianity teaches that you are forgiven the same way you forgive others, so if you don't forgive others, then you can't expect to be forgiven yourself. From a non-religious standpoint, not forgiving someone is horribly unhealthy for you. Intentional harm. I can forgive big mistakes, but when somebody close acts intentionally, I will always remember it. I know it has been said already, but rape. There can be certain reasons for other crimes. Killing someone. Self-defense. Theft. Sometimes people are desperate and have no choice. But rape. There is no justification for that. You don't gain anything other than sexual pleasure at the expense of another person's physical and mental health for years, and they will have to live with that trauma for the rest of their lives, all because you couldn't control yourself. And it's even more fucked up if you do it to a minor. Childishness to the place of totally ignore the well-being and security of others. There's times you must have to put yourself first, however a total negligence for others is rarely okay. I would forgive anything if it has reason behind it. I can't forgive stuff without. A lot of people do horrible stuff because they don't know it better. I am not mad at these people. I am mad at people that know what they are doing is wrong and doing it anyways. The fossil fuel companies, or any big polluting business. They are driving us over the edge of a cliff, and not enough of them are taking their foot off the gas. There are no profits to be had when the species has gone extinct. But we'll be dead by then. When people don't apologize /own up to their actions after hurting someone. A little recognition goes a long way. I understand some people have fragile egos that cannot take the burden of shame, but that doesn't mean people have to accept their BS. Even if the apology comes later, it's better than nothing. Not putting your goddamned shopping cart away after you're done with it. Especially bad if you leave it in a parking space. It is not a fucking car. It is a shopping cart. Not as severe as some people in this thread, but it still annoys me to my core. I consider anything that would cause lasting harm to another person to be unforgivable. That includes murder, torture, rape, and child abuse. Having a customer leave a $0 tip on a DoorDash delivery order and waiting 1 hour at the restaurant to find out the restaurant gave the order you're waiting on to the wrong driver and had to remake the order. That takes an additional 30 minutes to make 1 hour 45 minutes later, completing the order for $3 total. Sexual assault / rape. The disgusting bastards who do it should never ever be forgiven. They should be skinned alive instead. Russia. Fuck that country. Their soldiers can get their heads blown off and I'll laugh. And to the people who sympathize for them, fuck you too. I will forgive people for anything unless it's done to me, then I might not but probably will. People from marginalized groups trying to pull the ladder up behind them. Looking at you, LGB, drop the TS. People with no ambition. What I mean is, I hate how some people have no drive to improve their lives or help others. They will just do the same thing for all of their lives. Betrayal. My ex left for another man after promising me she wouldn't for months and on top of that was lying to me about him for 2 weeks. Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Child abuse in order to get attention, and doing it by turning the healing profession into the agent of your twisted mind. Unforgivable is only the start. Taking away someone's volition. There is almost never a good reason for this outside of protecting yourself. Don't like what someone is doing. You don't have to participate. Don't like what those people are wearing. You don't have to look at them. A parent, mom, choosing some man over her own son, 16Y/O at the time, after said man threatened to beat the living shit out of me. Did not talk to or have any contact with my mom for 37 years after that. Depends. If the friend was drugged or something, then yes, I will help them and protect them. But if you're sitting there, pounding booze, not caring, I'll call someone, but I ain't dealing with it. Get it together. Pissing me off than acting like it didn't happen, simply because I forgave your slip up one time. Injuring any animal unless it's self-defense or it's hunting. As long as you don't injure house animals or pets, it's fine. Someone who purposefully screws people over just because they can and then have the arrogance and audacity to fucking give an excuse on why it wasn't their fault, or they pretend to not know it wasn't socially acceptable. There are obviously illegal actions that are unforgivable. Among the legal ones I'd say cheating on your partner. Privately telling someone one thing, then publicly acting in a way that contradicts what they previously said. Just be honest. Straight lying to me on a serious subject. And be a asshole to someone without righteous reason for years. Cheating dude. If you didn't love me enough to not get involved with someone else, I can't forgive you. The use of poor grammar in a Reddit post. Such as heinous crime demands a swift and merciless punishment. 1. All types of sh/sa/rape. Doesn't matter who the victim is, nobody deserves to have their psyche broken due to those. It's a fate worse than death. 2. Abuse of wait staff, retail workers, and janitors. They don't get paid enough to do their jobs. 3. Abuse of children, elderly, handicapped, or homeless people. 4. Cheating in a relationship. Either stay loyal, request an open relationship, or terminate what you already have before starting something new. 5. Animal abuse. 6. Just abuse in general. 7. Intentional gaslighting.